it's Naomi. Welcome back to my channel. So today what we're going to be doing is something a little bit different for me. I feel like something I've never really done. Ignore me, I just put in my contacts, which is a struggle and a half, by the way. What we're going to be doing today is a little bit of a different video for me because I have right here next to me, that you can't see, a whole bunch of Wet n Wild products. I have a full face of Wet n Wild makeup in front of me right now, and here's my receipt. It cost me like 40 something, 44, almost 50 bucks for all of this makeup. And I did go to Walmart. Walmart makes the world go round, am I right? But we went to Walmart, me and my friend Paige did, and we picked up all of this makeup because I'm bored. If I'm gonna be honest with you, I am bored with my makeup collection. I am bored with the type of makeup that I have. I've been using the same products forever. You guys know I went on this big ol' long no buy, and I'm still, you know, trying to tell myself it's okay to purchase things, you know, in reason purchase things. So that's why I'm kind of doing this, also because I feel like there are so many really good products at the drugstore and nobody knows about it. So I'm here to go through each brand individually as best as I can, drugstore, and test out a full face of their products. So if you guys have any suggestions for what brand I should do next, please leave them in the comments down below. Before I get started with this video, I hope that you guys like and subscribe, and I'll remind you again at the end. But I would really love to have you guys on my little family here, and I hope that you enjoy this video. So without further ado, we're just gonna go on ahead and jump into it that way. All right, if you see purple in my hair, like just a hint, you're not going crazy. I did dye my hair purple a couple weeks back and it's finally fading out, which is nice. I liked having purple hair, but also I didn't like having purple hair because it stained everything. Everything stained everything. And get my handy dandy little cat ear headband that I feel like you guys see in every single video. I need a new headband, don't I? I've already moisturized my face and used some lip balm, and my face is clean, all that good stuff. And I have actually all of the Wet n Wild brushes that I could find in my collection, because I picked up quite a few of them. And we're gonna be using all Wet n Wild brushes today. Really gonna challenge myself because I love Wet n Wild. I love their brushes. They're really nice actually. But they're not the first brushes I reach for when it comes to like applying my foundation and stuff like that. Also, disclaimer, if you can hear something weird and chewy in the background, that's just Minx. She's got her peanut butter bone and she's going ham. So we're gonna go ahead and start off with primer because that's how I personally do my makeup, and I wanted to try this out. This is the Dewy primer, the Photo Focus Face Primer Dewy. Right here, and it says that it is lightweight, infused with vitamin E, and smooth skin for even makeup application. And it wants you to apply to clean skin, use alone under foundation to achieve a luminous finish. Now this primer was $4.68, so let's go ahead and try it out. I've already kind of swatched and played with some things because I don't like going in blind. This is what it looks like. I'm just gonna take a little bit. Kind of, on first application, it reminds me of the Becca, not the First Light, the Becca Backlight Priming Filter. That's what it reminds me of in color, in texture, not in smell. The Becca one has like a nice scent to it, but the way that it's giving my skin this luminosity, I don't think this is necessarily gonna be like hydrating, but I think it's definitely doing a good job of making like a luminous base. Like you guys can definitely see that, right? I can see that. And I picked up the Photo Focus foundation in soft ivory. It's supposed to like look nice in photos, I guess. It doesn't really claim it's supposed to like smooth your skin or blur your skin. And it does have this little application paddle, so we're just gonna, might be a little dark for me, but I didn't want to like get a super light shade for me whenever I knew summer was coming up. So this is gonna be the little foundation brush, and I'm just gonna go ahead and start pushing that into my skin. Really good coverage, first off. I have a lot of freckles on my face, and this is giving them a nice coverage. I don't particularly like the smell. It just kind of smells like a drugstore foundation, I'm gonna be honest. It's a really thin formula, and it's really pretty so far. I'm liking the coverage, I'm liking the distribution. I think this color might actually be perfect for me. I'm so glad I did not go for the lightest color that they had, because I would have been in a pickle. It's the first time I've not been the lightest, besides like Fenty. They do have a really good shade selection for that, for their foundation. I feel like it's pretty nice for a drugstore brand. But as far as like their concealers and stuff, y'all need to work on that Wet n Wild. This is really pretty. I think with the primer under it, I think I'm gonna like it okay. I definitely don't think I would have liked it without the primer, because it's dried down already and it's kind of matte. Looks like I can have a little bit of redness peeking through right here, but that's just one layer of the foundation. I think it looks okay. It's nothing phenomenal. I might add just a little bit more here. The real test is gonna see how it wears throughout the day, really. That's gonna be the test for me, is how it wears. I don't wear matte foundations because I am dry and I don't necessarily like the way they feel on my, I mean, I'm saying that this is blending on top of itself beautifully. It's not looking cakey yet. I've got a pimple here and it's not clinging yet. I feel like it will eventually. I feel like it will. But it looks super nice on my forehead. And normally it gets really gross and cakey in here. We're gonna go over the sponge in a second. And the foundation was also $4.68. They're pretty consistent with their pricing, I find. So I'm just gonna use my L'Oreal sponge and just kind of go over it to add a little bit extra moisture into my skin. Okay, and then for concealer, I picked up this Mega Glow Stick Conceal. I know that they have a different like concealer, but it was so dark I just couldn't see myself. Oh God, I don't think I'm gonna like this. I do not think I'm going to like this, but it's fine. Alright, I'm just gonna use my beauty sponge to blend that in. And I know this is technically supposed to be used as like probably a contour product, but I don't know, that's not bad. It's not like nearly as creamy as I thought it was gonna be, but it does give me a good amount of time to like blend it out. I'm not mad at that. I'm not in love with it, but I'm not mad at it. That's a good shade for me. It's not gonna like, I'm gonna just take some off on my sponge and just dab it in the center of my forehead. Instead of like trying to drag the product, I feel like it's not placing as nicely if I drag it. So we're just gonna use the sponge. And the contour concealer stick was $3.93. Not bad. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and set this down with the Wet n Wild Goodbye Photo Flashback Photo Focus Pressed Powder, and I'm in Warm Light. I'll tell you guys what shade I'm in for this stick. Follow your Bisque. Oh, got some kickback with that powder, and just set under my eye. I feel like this is gonna undo all the nice dewiness that we just had, but it's fine. I'm gonna go ahead and set my lid too. And just kind of in the places where I applied that concealer, because I don't want it slipping around. Foundation feels tacky. I feel like I definitely want to set it down. So that's what I'm gonna do. And honestly, I could not have come at a better time to pick up this powder, because my next to nothing powder broke. That's the full base. I did a very light coverage. I think you could definitely build it up to a full coverage. It has really great coverage. Like, This is just like a couple little swipes on my face and then like a couple little swipes of concealer. I don't think the powder added any coverage whatsoever, but it looks nice. And the powder was $4.68. Like I said, pretty consistent with their pricing. All right, so I picked up this little palette, and it's not a basic peach palette. How cute. And they always have like little things on the back telling you like you can do this for day and that for night, which I always think is super cute, but we're gonna go ahead and just jump right on in. We don't need anybody to tell us what to do. And I'm gonna pick up this shade right here, which is their the transition shade. A lot of kickback with that. Woo! That was some kickback right there. And I am gonna keep in mind the fact that I did use that stick concealer as a primer, so I'm not gonna judge everything too harshly. But so far, that little matte shade's blending really nice. And now I'm gonna go in, I think, with this orangey shade. This one right there. I wish we had the names, but it's such a small palette. It's not that. Oh, that's pigmented. So that's what that's looking like so far. It's blending out pretty nicely. I feel like the product is not distributing as evenly as I would want it to. I feel like initially the pigment's really strong at first, like on place down, which is fine. Like that's with a lot of product, but then like when you go to blend it out, it's not quite as pigmented as I like it to be, which is really good for beginners because you're not gonna mess it up on the first go around. These are not the most pigmented shadows I've ever used, but they're not bad. Like this is really pretty. For like, how much was this palette? $4.68 for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 shadows. That's the gag right there. I'm sorry. All right, I'm gonna go ahead, I think, and I wanna play with this little peach shade. I know it's got some sparkle in it, but it kind of swatches more as a matte, so I'm gonna go ahead and like use that to make this a little bit peachier. Oh, that's pretty. I like that. That shade's actually really nicely pigmented. I like that a lot. That's blending so pretty. I don't know if it's 'cause I already have that shadow base down or what the deal is, but that one is so nice. I really, really like that one. That's really pretty. I like that so far. And then I'm just gonna take a mixture, I think, of these last two mattes right here and mix them together. And there was a smell coming up. Oh, a lot of pigment pulled up. I'm nervous. I'm nervous. Oh, please put out. Oh my god, I have to go over this side now. I'm panicking. I'm panicking. Having pigmented shadows are great, but if they don't blend. Okay. Okay, crisis is kind of averted. Sorry guys, I was like hardcore panicking there for a second because I was like, no! Because I want this to be good. It's cheap. So cheap. So nice. They're blending so well. That dark, I think it was this color right here. Watch that color. All right, we're gonna just see. Taking some of this one. And we're gonna see how that, yeah, no, it was that dark brown pigment that was messing with us, that dark brown shadow. Just gotta call it a Bisque. If you blend it wrong, you're falling down a deep dark hole, babe. Okay, so we have, I want to try to use as many shimmers as possible. Let's do a mix of all three. Why not? We're here. We're gonna use this whole palette on our face today. Let's just go for it. Let's just do it. Pick up some of the golds, tap off the excess, and go into the inner corner. Oh wow! Oh, that's pretty. Ooh, And that's no Fix Plus or anything. My brush is dry. Look how pretty, guys. That's a really nice metallic shade. I am pleased. Ooh, guys. Look how pretty. Oh my gosh. And that's like a true gold. Look at that. That's gorgeous. All right, I'm gonna use the other side of that brush. Pick up this like rose gold kind of shade. There's not a lot of kickback. And that one's not applying as nicely. Oh, there it goes. There it goes. Just had to kind of dig my brush in a little bit more. Let me take my finger. Oh yeah, yeah, this one requires a finger for ultimate pigmentation, I feel like. So nice. And I'm gonna go back in with a little more of that gold and just blend over. I told myself I wasn't gonna do super dramatic look today, but I wanted to like use all the colors. So here we are. And then I'm gonna use this brush right here for this last shade, which I am oh so much picked up. I'm so nervous. Oh, so nervous. Let me go ahead and wipe this fallout away because there was a little bit of fallout from that pinky shade. Concealer is creasing a little bit. It's fine. I mean, that gave like a nice wash of color. So much picked up, I kind of expected. Behaves more like a satin, but you can definitely see like the glitter particles in it, I think. Let's go in with the trusty finger. Oh yeah. I feel like fingers are always just the best way to apply a shimmer shadow, but you know, that's just me. What we got going on? That's super pretty. I really like it. I think it looks nice. I did get a little bit of fallout, but nothing too crazy. Nothing that I feel like was like terrible. I've got glitter everywhere though. I just want you to know there. Actually take this little angled brush and try to like pick up that blue and go on the inner corner with it. Let's just go all the way out and then we can just like go over that blue with a different color. Wow, this little angled brush is picking it up really nicely. I was not expecting this. When I swatched it, I wasn't expecting it to be pigmented on the eye. Though I know like swatches never really tell you how something's gonna perform. Like, I'm so surprised. Take a tiny bit of that dark brown, just a tiny bit. And just right there. I feel like I keep saying that I'm so impressed, I'm so surprised, but like I told you guys, taking a little bit of that purpley shade right there. I'm just kind of pressing it right here. I like now that it looks a little more, the blue looks even more pigmented because it's got that darker base next to it. And at this point, I usually take a minute and do my eyebrows, so I'm gonna go on ahead. This video is already like 30 minutes long. I hate myself. So I'm using their retractable brow pencil, and I'm in the color medium brown. This was $2.93. How? So this kind of reminds me of the Anastasia brow width. It's got that nice angled tip and a spoolie on one end. So let's go ahead and see how this goes. This was, I think, the deepest shade that they sold. So, all right, right off the bat, it's a little stiff, but I'm not mad. It's a little more cool tone than I'm used to, actually. But I do like, I am so used to using my brow pomade right now. This is so weird. But it's applying nicely and blending out nicely. I think this would be really good for like a feathered brow. Like, alright, now that it's warming up, it's not so, it's a little creamier. It's a lot creamier, actually. This is like a really good shade for me too. Wow, Wet n Wild, what you doing? Why has no one mentioned this brow pencil before? Are you kidding me? They didn't have a lot of shades, but I'm not mad at that brow. Look at that brow. Yes, brow. All right, let's take a break. You know what? No, let's just go ahead and get it over with. I am not a really big fan of using liner, but we're gonna try today, and I'm gonna use the liquid eyeliner, the Mega Liner in black. It's very small, but the eyeliner was $2.93 as well, so this is good. Okay, it's got a really fine tip. Let's see. Very black. I do like how fine the tip is because I could really get in that inner corner. Can I just say, for a $2 eyeliner over shimmer shadows, this is working so well. So I'm gonna say that this liner was like a success. Like, I really liked it. I liked the way it performed. It was pretty easy to use. It dried down nicely. It's black, it's matte. What, $2? For $2? I'm not mad at this. I'm really not. Now that that is done, and I'm tired of being stressed, we're gonna go ahead and bronze up our face. And I'm actually gonna use my little stippling brush, and I'm gonna be using the bronzer color, what is this one called? Bikini Contest. It's their darkest one. I didn't wanna use their other one because I know how it performs. I wanted to try this one out. And I think I wanted to try the color too. Okay. Not a lot is currently happening. And this is their darkest color. Wet n Wild, come on. You've gotta step up this shade range, guys. Okay, I'm not liking how this brush is applying. So I'm gonna use this little angled one. That's better, yeah. It's picking up a little more product. I think I really remember liking this whenever I was first starting off on makeup because it was really hard to mess up. Like, the powder was so pretty and so fine and so buildable. But now, as a person who's used to makeup, I'm just and this is the darkest color, guys. I'm pretty fair. Like, I'm warm ivory to be exact. Like, ugh, come on, Wet n Wild. I mean, their foundation range is nice. Their powders do not match it, neither do their concealers. So they need to, like, that should be their next thing, coming out with more shades, I think. Instead of focusing on these random little limited edition collections, I think that they should definitely focus on bringing out more of their shades. This is like a super pretty bronzer. All right, time for some blush. And I picked up the color Mellow Wine. Look at that. Oh, that's right. They gave you those little brushes. It just fell out. But look at that color. How pretty is that? This is not the same. Their blushes are really pigmented. I don't know why I just did that. Oh, yes. I love this color. I had Rosé Champagne and, I had Rosé Champagne and one other color of these blushes, and I didn't really like those colors. I think because those were shimmery. This is like matte with a little bit of sheen to it. Like, it's a nice satin blush, and the other ones are so sparkly. So I think I like this much, much better. And this is such a pretty color. I'm obsessed with this. I'm gonna be using this all the time. Color Icon blushes, I knew they were good, but okay, bronzer was $3.93 and the blush was $2.93. So all we have left to try out is the mascara, the lipstick, highlight, and my lip gloss. I already owned the highlight and the lip gloss. So let's go ahead and save the best for last, right? Let's go ahead and apply mascara, and that's still in the package. It's the Mega Volume Mascara in Very Black. It says natural enhancing effect, so I'm not expecting it to be anything insane, but this was their cheapest. It was $2.93. If I end up loving these products, like honestly, I need to buy some eyeliners. I didn't see any like stick eyeliners. I'm just gonna go ahead and curl my lashes real quick. Okay, it doesn't look like the eyeliner really transferred any, which is good because sometimes that happens. And I'm gonna just go ahead. All right, I like the brush on it already. It's natural bristles and it's stiff. Come on, give me something. Side over there dry down. And now we're gonna attempt to like, it said Mega Volume, but then it also said natural effect, and honestly, I don't agree with the Mega Volume part at all. Not even a little bit. Not impressed with this one. Not even on my lower lash line, and that says something. Like, it's pretty, but it's nothing like phenomenal. Maybe if I didn't have on eyeliner, but I've got so many more mascaras that are better than this. Now I'm gonna go ahead and use the highlight. So the mascara, not the hugest fan. I know I love this highlight though. This is in the shade Precious Petals. I don't have a really good highlighting brush for this, so what I'm gonna do is just like pinch this. And for my nose, I'm gonna take this eyeshadow brush and just highlight the bridge of my nose. This highlighter is so pretty, honestly. Like, if you're gonna buy anything right now, after, like, before this wear test even, like, finishes, I'm gonna recommend this to you because it's so pretty. And now I'm gonna go ahead and use the lipstick. This is Bare It All. I think the highlight is like $4 or $5. The lipstick was $1.93. This is in the shade Bare It All. Very nice nude. A gorgeous nude, actually. Creamy, pigmented, gorgeous. And this is their matte one, I think. But I have some like chapstick on my lips, so it's gonna make it a little creamier. Beautiful. I have no complaints about that. And then I'm gonna go over with this lip gloss, which is one of my favorite lip glosses in Sunglaze. It's such a pretty color. Just right there in the center. Set with that setting spray. It's in this Urban Decay All Nighter, but just for reference, this is what the setting spray looks like. I have this is like some brush cleaner that I poured in here for travel purposes. It's just not that great. The first ingredient is alcohol for my dry skin. If you're oily, you might like it, but alcohol is not that great for anybody's skin. So, all right, guys, that's it. That's everything. That's the finished look. How pretty is this? How great did this turn out? We're gonna see how this is gonna wear. The only thing I did not love had to be this mascara. I didn't do anything, and I had to go over with one that I owned. This entire face of makeup cost me under $50. I think for a $5 eyeshadow palette, these performed above and beyond expectations for me. I think for a $2 eyebrow pencil, like this is amazing. $2 eyeliner, like I would 100% use all of these products again. The only one that I feel like was maybe an for me was this concealer stick, but it still did the job. It still looks really nice. And if you're looking for a cheap concealer we're gonna see how this wears throughout the day. I'm gonna come back later and let you guys know how it went. So stay tuned for that, and I will see you guys in a little while. Bye! Okay, you guys, so we're actually in my bathroom right now to try to get a different lighting for you. It's like 4 o'clock. I put this makeup on at 10, so it's been like a good, like 8 hours? What? I can't do math, but this is how we're looking so far. I feel like the mattes have kind of faded. The shimmers are very strong. The eyeliner looks amazing. The foundation has kind of gotten icky around my nose, but they all do. Now there's something kind of weird going on with my chin. Let me see if I can show you in a better lighting. Let's go in my bedroom real quick. You guys can kind of see. Okay. So we're gonna get down in front of the sun here. Some natural lighting for y'all. It's gonna kind of get blown out, but it's okay. So I feel like it's kind of doing a weird thing around my chin where, say hi. It's just comfortable. I feel like it's doing this weird thing around my chin where it's kind of like fading off. The lipstick faded like any lipstick would. I ate a salad for lunch, so the blue pretty much completely faded, and then my concealer creased up a lot. I feel like anywhere that I put the concealer to kind of bunched up, but I didn't think I was gonna like the concealer. Foundation actually looks really great. Eyebrows look great. Eyeliner's great. Blush, all that's really good. So far everything's wearing pretty nice, but I'll come back at the end of the day and update you guys a little more. Peace. So, I mean, this is my final check-in. It's like 6 o'clock. And I think that the makeup held up really, really well for being out in the sun, for going all day. My last check-in was like around 4, so it's only been like 2 extra hours, but it's been 8 hours at this point, so I'm exhausted and I'm ready to take this off. Eyebrows held up amazing. The top of the lid was great. Eyeliner, great. Concealer, not so great. Foundation kind of rubbed off, bunched off, and like bunched off in like these places down here on my chin and around my nose. You can kind of see that. I think that definitely having this primer underneath the foundation made a huge difference for my dry skin. I would definitely use this primer again and like try it out with other foundations, and I definitely want to try the foundation out again with other primers. I loved the powder. It was great. These 3 things were probably, well, no, these 4 right here. The foundation, the primer, the powder, and the eyebrow pencil were my favorite tries of the day. And then what ran a really close second was definitely the eyeliner, the lipstick, and the eyeshadow palette. 15 with the mascara, 15 products, and I would say only 2 of them didn't really work for me. I mean, for $5, you really can't beat something like this. Like, if you don't have the budget for, like, super high-end makeup, definitely go out. If you can find your shade, give this a try, because honestly, this combo worked really well for me. I'm not mad at it. The concealer I don't think is worth picking up. I think you should try, like, Maybelline or somebody else. They make really great concealers, instead of using this. I mean, then again, if you're oily, you might like it. If you have like dry under eyes like I do, maybe not so much. And I felt like it kind of, like on bare skin it looked okay, but dragging across foundation kind of lifted it. So I ended up using like my beauty sponge to pull it off and place it, and it was just more of a hassle than I was willing to work with. You know, it's a good brand. I think Wet n Wild did a great job, and they definitely kept it affordable. So the brushes are also another great buy. I love these brushes. I use them all the time. I've had them for a really long time, and they've never really broken down. They shed like maybe just a teeny tiny bit on me. I've washed them so many times, it's not even funny, and they've held up great. So I think that Wet n Wild is definitely worth the effort if you can find a shade that matches you. If you can, my dog is going nuts. If you can find a shade that matches you, if you can find products that appeal to you, I think that they're definitely worth the try. And yeah, that's about all I have to say for this video. I look like trash, straight trash right now, but it's fine. Thank you guys so much for watching and putting up with me. I hope you really enjoyed this review. I hope you enjoyed this like whole video setup style. If you have any suggestions, any questions, leave them down in the comments for me below, or you can go comment on my latest Instagram photo and ask me some questions, or DM me on Instagram. My Instagram and my social media is usually like right down below. Go check that out. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you do subscribe and you want to like be notified, don't forget to hit the little notification bell down below so you can be notified of my videos, and I'm going to try to get on a steady upload schedule, so stay tuned for that. Fingers crossed. That wasn't a cross, though. I don't know what that was. Fingers crossed that we can make this work. So yeah, thank you guys so much, and I will check you on the next one. Bye!